guys, it's JC. I am doing a pick a card today on what you don't see coming. So I have 3 piles to choose from. The timestamps will be below in the description box. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Hello, I'm JC. I'm an intuitive tarot reader and psychic. And if you're returning to my channel, hi, welcome back. Thank you so much for your support. I do have a TikTok and Instagram. I do post kind of daily on TikTok, so if you haven't followed me there, go ahead and follow me over there. But in the meantime, we're gonna get into it. So we have pile 1 with the rose quartz, raw rose quartz. We have pile 2 with the lapis lazuli, gorgeous. And then we have pile number 3 with the moonstone. So if you have to pause the video, go ahead and do so. And we're just gonna jump right in. I'm kind of excited to see what each pile has. So these are the pre-shuffled out. I pre-shuffled some different oracle decks, and then I will shuffle out, or I will do a live shuffle of tarot. So pile 1, are you ready? Here we go. If you chose pile 1 with the rose quartz, this is your reading. Welcome. Okay, pile 1, we're gonna get right into it. We have relaxation. We have thriving. I love that. Number 23, Jupiter, abundance. Beautiful. We have Kunum, resourcefulness with number 21. I picked you a crystal card as well. So the crystal is yellow jasper. Be in the present moment. Do you find yourself worrying about the future and preoccupied with the past? Yellow jasper with its warm yellow, the color and joy of lightheartedness, advises you just to be in the present moment. The past has no power over you, and your future is being created from your now moment. Choose to be joyful and choose to see the good in any situation. Not only will your present moment be more enjoyable, you will be creating a more optimal future. Beautiful. Your affirmation is, I choose to be in the present moment with positive thoughts. So maybe you should get some yellow jasper. Your last card, oh, beautiful, is the Cosmic Egg. I love this card. So, pile 1. What I'm getting off this pile right away is you're going to be enjoying the fruits of, I'm getting like just enjoying the fruits of your labor. And if it hasn't come in yet, it's about to. I feel like a lot of you have been working on something for a really long time, whether it's, I want to say a lot of you, this is career, or just a business, or maybe a side hustle that you've turned into a lucrative business, but you guys have worked your ass off, whatever it is. Some of you might have been studying for a test. You just have to take it how it resonates. I feel like you have been putting in a lot of hard work. You've been kind of igniting life into something, and it has not been an easy journey for you at all, like at all. However, I think what you don't see coming is you're going to have this beautiful balance. You're going to be able to actually relax a little bit. You're about to, like, whatever this is, it's paying off. Okay, we have thriving and relaxation. I feel like you are going to, you're going to be able to enjoy, and you're still going to keep climbing the ladder of success, whether that is in a business, whether that is, I want to say a lot of you could be, or it just in your career. It could even just be, you know, through, if some of you are still in school, or you had a goal to get this certification, or to get a degree in something, or to educate yourself to a higher level to where you have more opportunities coming in. You will, and you finally get the chance to actually be able to enjoy your life because you fucking worked your ass off to get yourself to this point. And I feel like it might even feel weird for some of you because you were so used to just nail and bit, just really putting everything you have into whatever this is. I do think that you're going to come into being a lot more balanced in your life. With Jupiter in abundance, like I just keep getting, you're going to be able to enjoy and see the fruits of your labor. And damn, that fruit tastes fucking good. And you're going to be like, you know what? I feel like I can relax. I feel like I can. You're going to get to a point of where even though you're thriving, and of course you always want to do better and more, but you are going to bring, there's going to be a balance that kind of evens out, because whatever this is, you put a lot of energy into it. You should pat yourself on the back, give yourself a hug, take yourself to a massage. Good God. This is a lot of like blood, sweat, and tears, whatever it is. You worked really hard to get here. And that's why, even though you're like, well, if I can get here, some of you might be like, well, let's just keep going. Let's just keep pounding away. No, no, no. Enjoy this present moment. Be present. Take time to relax. Take time to kind of, because if you keep going, you will burn out. However, I think you're at a good spot where you're balanced right now. And if you're not there yet, you will be. And this is what's coming for you. This is what you don't see coming. You're going to be able to be like, I made it to, some of you could just be a goal that you've been wanting to make. You know, I feel, it's like, I just feel this sigh of relief in some way. Okay. With the cosmic egg, this is kind of a big deal. This is completion. This is having balance. This is harmony. This is also, the cosmic egg is after a path that has not been the easiest. Something that has, you, like I said, you put a lot of time and energy into. Look at the snake wrapped around the cosmic egg. You know why? Because he's protecting it. He's worked really hard to freaking get this cosmic egg, and he'll be damned if he'll let anybody take it, or her, whatever. I also think that you, through this process, you've really risen above. Like, look at this giraffe. Now it's taller than the tree, right? It sees things differently. You kind of, as difficult it was, at the same time, you learned probably a lot, especially as a business owner. You're like, it only takes once, and you're like, I'll never do that again. Or it kind of makes you, it kind of makes you, when you're in a planning process or you're about to make a move, it makes you more, I don't know, it's like pre-problem solving. I can't think of the word for it right now, but it's just, it kind of just makes you think a lot differently because of what you've been through and how much time things take. Or, you know, I'm using business owners as an example because it's the thing that's coming to me right now. But I think that sometimes, you know, for example, you could pay someone else to do certain things, right? And then it gives you more time to be like, okay, let's learn about our, you know, our customer better. How can we think out? It gives you more time to kind of think outside the box. But without doing that, and sometimes as a new business owner, you don't have either the resources or the money to do that. You kind of have to do everything yourself. And even though it's harder in that present moment, even though it's harder and it takes a lot longer, and you're just like, it's taking away from the time that I could be expanding or kind of thinking of things that are going to up level, you still have to go through it, because then in the future, you're like, nope, we can just hire someone to do that, or, you know, bring in a third party for that. And it helps you kind of thrive in that business mind. And I think there's a lot of, look at this light kind of peering over the tree. And I think it's been a very emotional roller coaster. This could be, like I said, a goal. You don't have to be a business owner. This could just be a college degree. This could be just, even, like I said, even having a side hustle that you have turned into something else, or just kind of really working your way up in the company that you really like, and now they want to make you a partner or a shareholder, or, you know, you're kind of like climbing up whatever ladder of a goal. And I feel like now you're able to relax, and there's kind of a sigh of relief because you have put so much time and energy into it. Jupiter is abundance, and there's a lot of kind of rings going around Jupiter, and they're kind of ever revolving. So it has started, and it's going to continue thriving, but please make sure, I think what you also don't see is, don't keep trying to push. You should always want to push to want to be better, want to be bigger, but remain present. Soak it in. Soak it in. You've worked really hard to get here. Soak it in. Take yourself on a mini vacation. Take off a couple days if you can. Protect that egg, but protect yourself too, because it's really easy when you're just like, oh my God, I'm here. Now I got to keep going. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. And then you burn yourself out. Or maybe your ideas aren't as fresh, or, you just feel creatively uninspired with how, or you're just kind of burnt out and you can't think of new ideas and get inspired. Sometimes you have to take yourself out of it to be able to kind of up level yourself and be inspired by things, instead of staying in the same place like your office and doing the same thing. So I think the relaxation is, it's time to relax. Obviously keep thriving, keep what you're doing, but there's going to be a more sense of just balance. And that's beautiful. Congratulations, pile one, whatever this is. And some of you, like I said, some of you, this doesn't have to do, this could just be a goal of yours, and you should be really proud of yourself. So this is what you don't see coming, and some of you are hanging on by a string and you're just like, if something doesn't happen, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You can't stop. You're so close to being there. And then after that, you'll have a better sense of where you need to have boundaries with yourself and where you spend your time to be able to enjoy it. You work so hard for it. You should enjoy a little bit of freedom and relaxation. For those of you that are business owners, I think my dog's snoring. Some of you need to take a nap. Get some rest, rejuvenate yourself so you can be as fresh as you can be, for the next step in whatever this is. For some of you that are business owners, I think the past 2 years have been really hard for you. I'm feeling it. But a lot of you haven't given up. And if you're not there yet, it's about to be. So hang in there. Let's get into some tarot though. Actually, I want to use this deck. Spirit, tell me what else. Wow, the sun keeps wanting. Or that's the Judgment, sorry. The Judgment and the Ace of Pentacles. So a lot of you could even just be seeing a lot of, I want to say just, I'm getting increase in numbers. So increase in business, increase in social media follows, or just even, just more traffic on your websites, your media, whatever the case may be. Spirit, what else do the pile one needs to know about what they don't see coming? What else don't they see coming? What do they need to know? Ooh, that one is... We have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, obviously. You have invested a lot in. This is going to... You invested into something for a very long term. The Seven of Pentacles is planting your seeds to get to the Ten of Pentacles, to where you don't have to worry about anything for the rest of your life. And neither does your family or whoever else you're taking care of. We have the Ace of Swords. Victory, triumph, like clarity. You're protecting that egg. You're thriving. This is amazing. And it's because you took the chance on yourself, and whatever this is for any of you out there. And leave a comment below. Tell me if you're a business owner. Tell me if you're working on a college education. But the Ace of Swords it's victory. It's the yes card. Yes, you made a solid investment in yourself or a business or your career, either or. You put a lot of work into something and it is growing quickly. This is actually, I also want to say, he looks really wise. I want to say he's a hawk. He's some kind of hawk, eagle. Either way, they soar above, right? They have like, and they're majestic. They have a huge wingspan, but they have a very good perception. Like, think about it. They fly so high and they can zone in on tiny little mice. It's because you understand the details, because you've had to deal with stuff like that. And I think that whatever this process was, has made you, one, aware of if some of you weren't attention to detail, I'm sure you are now, because trial and error. Two, I think that you, like, he looks really calm, and I'm getting a sense of calmness from this, just like this relaxation card. You're kind of able to, there's a full moon here too, so release a little bit, and just kind of really kind of soak in this moment. And you should be very present. Before, it's fine taking a little bit of rest period before you move on to the next best thing, so you're fresh, you're refreshed, you're ready to go. The Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck. Yes, a lot of you, the Hierophant is he's somebody who's up level. He's somebody who's very wise, very influential, extremely educated, extremely intelligent. It's somebody that people look up to. So you have been an inspiration, whether you know it or not, to other people. You put the Hierophant is also somebody who's put the time in, right? How do you get all that wisdom and all that knowledge? And look, people are like bowing at his feet. And look, and then the strength card, shut up, is next. Strength, courage, all of this stuff. It's so beautiful. You're getting like a lot of respect for this as well. A lot of people respect you. A lot of people respect you for not giving up, to having the strength and courage and whatever this was, just to keep that flame lit and protect your freaking egg, no matter what anybody said about it, or no matter the doubts. Because even if you're just doing a college education, somebody has something to say about it, right? I mean, when my first time in college, I wanted to be a sports agent, and this was a long time ago. I went to college a long time ago, and I just remember telling people what I wanted to do. And back then, like, women were not very accepted in the sports world professionally, and so I just got a lot of slack to when people, because I was waiting tables and I was doing cocktails, so people were why I was going to school. And a lot of people were like, oh, what are you going to school for? And after a while, I just stopped telling people what I was doing. I was like, oh, corporate communications. Because, a lot of people would say things like, oh, what do you know about sports? And, oh, well, that's kind of a man's job. And when they say, I don't know, I've had just some people say, what do you know about sports? And I'm like, honestly, dude, you freaking lost 2 bets to me last night. Like, 3 games that we bet on, and you want to ask me what I know about sports? Get out of here. Get out. But it's just kind of disheartening sometimes, and you've had a lot of strength and courage to get through whatever this is, and now you're thriving. So I want you to take a little bit of a break. You should pat yourself on the back, treat yourself to something, take some time off, and then come back and be full throttle. I mean, obviously do what you have to do. You don't want to have your business kind of go down the crapper, but at the same time, if you can, take a little bit of time off and be like, I fucking earned this. And you know what? You did. You did. So let's get some advice for you. What is advice do you have for them moving forward? What advice do you have for pile number 1 in moving forward? What do they need to know? What does pile 1 need to know moving forward? Show me some advice. Knight of Swords. Take action. Let's get more though. Take action. Knight of Swords kind of rushes in impulsively. High Priestess. Okay. Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. With the 5 of Pentacles and the Chariot. Beautiful. So, with the Knight of Swords and the High Priestess moving forward with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is a pretty fast moving knight. If you have to make impulsive decisions or just moving forward in general, the High Priestess is somebody who is very intuitive. You know, your advice is to listen to your intuition. You have everything that you need. The High Priestess has everything that she needs, and she needs to know within her. She already knows the answer. So when you're moving forward, go with your gut is the advice. Also, the High Priestess also works in silence. And even though some of you might be coming to this big, like, abundance and kind of stage in your life, moving forward with new ideas and stuff like that, because you do have the Ace of Swords, so there could be a lot of new ideas coming from this, whatever this up level or this is for you. Work in silence. Don't tell everybody what you're doing, and a lot of people already know that. But if you don't, kind of have some kind of not secretive, but yeah, don't tell people about it, just do it. Basically, it's also taking action on and really trusting your gut, because I feel like a lot of you have done that to get here, and you've had a lot of challenges. With the Nine of Swords, try not to overthink is also your advice. I know it's very easy to do that. Nine of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, and the Chariot. And another big piece of advice, don't overthink. And with the 5 of Pentacles and the Chariot, remember where you came from. Because the 5 of Pentacles is being in lack, going through hardship, feeling left out, feeling abandoned, and it doesn't have to be from a person. It could just be maybe even wanting to, at some point, whatever this was, this dream, you wanted to be like, I give up. I can't do this. The Chariot says, yes, you can. Because even though you've gotten to this point, in the future, do not forget where you came from. Don't forget all those hurdles that you had to move past. And you should be proud of them. Pile 1, you guys are badasses. Fucking love you. Don't overthink. Use your intuition to make decisions. Obviously, some of us need to gather information, but all in all, after you have the information that you need, because the High Priestess is very knowledgeable as well, you have the High Priestess and the Hierophant. So I feel like a lot of you do have a very strong intuition, and you should use that. Those of you are still, some of you are in the Nine of Swords and 5 of Pentacles, and the message is for you, you are going to have some kind of breakthrough, and it's going to feel really good. And for some of you that don't see this coming, you just need to keep going, because all of you are at different levels. You have to keep going. You have to have strength. You have to take action. And if it's something that your gut is telling you to do and you fully believe in it, then you need to go for it. And it's hard and it's very stressful getting through it. But with the 5 of Pentacles and the Chariot, for those of you that are still in this 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, it's telling you, some of you need to make kind of maybe rethink your ideas too with the Chariot. The Chariot makes a plan to be victorious, but the Chariot, he still has to get the Emperor to where he's got to go, regardless of the circumstances. Stormy weather, snow, this guy's got to go. He has something important that he needs to do. You know, you can't tell the Emperor no. So you will get out of this. But the Chariot's also somebody who represents willpower, hard work, determination. He's determined to get to his destination. And so that is your message. And I think I'm just going to leave it there, pile one. I love you. And I'm like, if you're not there yet, keep going. This is what you don't see coming, but do not give up on yourself. And if you have to, re-listen to this reading. And I'm going to move on to pile two. Pile number two. That was beautiful. Pile one, I love it. I have chills all over. Willpower, determination, yes. Okay, so pile number two. If you chose the lapis lazuli, this is your reading. Come on in. We're gonna get right in. We have diligence, beautiful. We also have opportunity, love that. I'm actually gonna get a drink of water. We have number 12, Pisces, sensitize. We have number 9, Horus, stability and equilibrium. We have the zebra. I love the zebra, so cute. And then your crystal card is blue kyanite, higher guidance. Blue kyanite acts as the bridge between the physical plane and the astral realm. With a combination of blue for the throat chakra and white for the crown chakra, stimulating the higher realm, kyanite helps you communicate and communicate and receive messages from your spirit guides. Kyanite emanates a high vibrational frequency. It is one of the few crystals that does not need to be cleansed because it never retains negative energy. Placing kyanite on your forehead will calm your mind, allowing you to hear a higher guidance. Your affirmation is, by quieting my mind, I can receive higher guidance. Maybe I should get some blue kyanite. Slow my brain down. I don't have any kyanite actually. So, pile number 2. I'm getting a couple different things here, and we can pull more for tarot. With diligence and opportunity, it's like diligence, stability, equilibrium, but then you have Pisces, which is very imaginative. Very imaginative, but it's also, it's like pile 2, you guys have one, you guys are, I feel like you're like stable and practical to a certain degree. The zebra likes to kick up his heels, and with this is kind of where the third eye is, where that little colored triangle is. It's also fire, and then you have Pisces, which is water. I feel like you're very balanced. I feel like you're diligent in your endeavors and you're very structured in ways. However, you also kind of, I feel like a lot of you are very creative. I mean, Pisces, sensitized. I think you're very sensitive to your environment. Pisces usually, they have really, really deep imagination, very creative, very, very energetically sensitive. They're very in tune to their environment and what's going on. The zebra is like the opposite. It's a fire sign. It represents fire signs. Zebras are kind of wild and free in their own way. They also, what is it? They kind of represent kind of visionaries. But zebras also like to really, they just travel, and I'm being called to also this card of diligence. It's kind of like flying high. I feel like what you don't see coming, pile 2, I think there's an opportunity that will be presented to you. I feel like some of you will have the opportunity to travel, or you could travel more in the future. I also think that a lot of you are visionaries, but there, like I said, there's a sense of structure with you. I think that you're very connected to the environment, but I feel like a lot of you, what you don't see coming is, and if you're not here yet, you're going to be going on like a spiritual journey. And that could mean like you could actually go somewhere in the world, like a retreat or something that will be very life-changing for you. Or you could just be heightening your like awareness. You're kind of following your intuition a little bit more. You're starting to dream a little bit bigger. You're starting to kind of set your standards a little bit higher in your life. You're starting to make the big picture a lot bigger than I think what you had it at. And I think that your imagination's at play. I think a lot of you definitely are visionaries. But I feel like it's time to, I don't know, I think a lot of you are going to be exploring the world in some way, and it's going to open a whole nother level of a vision for what you have in your life and how you perceive the world. And I know it's fucking deep, and I feel like there's something higher that is guiding you. Sorry. I mean, I'm trying to think of the Eye of Horus. So this is a type of hawk. I want to say it's like a red tip hawk. He's like soaring above, and then you have Horus, which actually has a hawk head. He's also kind of stands for like the story kind of behind him is, or his just what he stands for is kind of going for inferior to superior. And I think that you're going to be doing that in like an innovative way with the zebra, if that makes any sense. I feel like you're going to be kind of doing things your own way, and you're going to realize how many other opportunities are going to open up for you that are a lot more fulfilling to who you are. I also feel like I'm getting like a lot of things here. But I think it's going to be, exactly what it is. One, a part of your path, and two, it's going to be something that like you didn't either think that you were doing or that you could ever do. And there could be an opportunity for you to travel and focus on things, because I feel like a lot of you you're very I want to say environmentally concerned. And I think that's something that's going to incorporate all that, and kind of, it's going to be a good opportunity for you, but it's also going to be something I don't think that you are expecting, or you wouldn't expect yourself doing it. And it's way better and way bigger than you could probably even imagine. Some of you are going to be seeing things differently and just seeing like, why can't I have that? Why can't I do that? Why can't I go there? And you're going to start that's where that stability comes in, where you're going to start making plans to kind of live that big dream. Why not go bigger? Why couldn't I travel the world and do this? I just think you're seeing things differently, or you will see things differently, and you're going to start going, I feel like there's a shift that is going to happen, and you're going to see things, one, from a higher level of perspective, but even though you have these imaginations and these huge dreams, there is a sense of, like I said, structure and stability, and still maintaining like a level head at the same time. This isn't like impulsive, like, I'm just gonna fucking travel the world and quit my job. You know what I mean? There is a sense of structure and balance that is there. I feel like a lot of you could even, I feel like a lot of you are just innovators, you're trendsetters, you kind of are, do the things that kind of, you're kind of being pushed, like something in your gut's like, nope, I know this is totally unconventional and this is not, this is completely different than what I thought, but you do it with diligence and you do it with a sense of structure, but at the same time, it's unconventional. I don't know how to explain this. I think pile 2, you guys are different. You kind of march to the beat of your own drum. I think that a lot of you are going to be coming into things that really make you happy and kind of light your soul up. And I think some of you might even be, it might kind of surprise you that you might fall in these opportunities, either fall into your lap or you're creating that within yourself and within your own life, which is beautiful. So let's get into more. I'm gonna use the Modern Witch Tarot. Oops, upside down. Spirit, tell me more. What is pile 2? What else does pile 2 need to know? I feel like this is a journey. It's not anything specific. I think it's just a different stage in your life that you're going to look at differently. You are going to take more risks, and I have goosebumps all up my left side. I'm like, whoa. So that's kind of a confirmation. I think you're going to create your own opportunities. Some might be presented to you, and it might be kind of something you never expected that you were going to do, but you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. Something tells me I should, and it's just going to put you on a different path of, and you're going to kind of be, yeah, wow. Oh my God. We have the 10 of Pentacles, and you're going to be the 10 of Pentacles, but wait, the 10 of Cups is here too, and you're going to have everything you want. Financially, emotionally, oh man. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Whatever this is, you're focused on it. You're focused on building. Some of you could even be building, and because you are innovators and kind of trends, not, I don't want to say like trendsetters because it sounds so trendy, but I think you're going to be, I'll call it initiators. I think a lot of you have this good balance of fire and water where it kind of creates that steam, and people are like, what's going on over there? You know, what's going on over there? Why is it, you know, it's, you kind of draw a lot of attention, but I don't think that you're doing it in like an outrageous way. I think that you have a sense of diligence and structure and level-headedness that you're doing it at, and you're just attracting basically everything you want. Justice is, yeah, this is kind of, I'm getting, justice can be karma, but I also see it as like your dharma. This is what you're meant to do. This is kind of a soul purpose. And if some of you aren't on this path, or you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, what you don't see coming is a shift in either your mental state, or there's opportunities that will open, and you're just going to be really fully living the life to what it makes you happy, what you're supposed to live it. I think a lot of you have been focused on building this 10 of Pentacles and focusing on it, but you don't have to do it. I think you're going to do it in a different way than a lot of people that, like some of you could have, like let's say you work for a financial company for years and you started kind of generating ideas and putting something together, and you pitch something for let's just say an organization or something that is giving back to the environment and allows you to travel the world and do what you love and kind of be this like free spirit, but also be having like a sense of purpose and making a difference in that way. Also, I want to say some of you might even be educating others on, I want to say this is a lot of like maybe even worldly events, like humanitarian efforts, or environmental efforts, and kind of I feel like you're meant to make like a really big difference, but it's going to bring you so much happiness. With the Three of Cups too, some of you might even be collaborating with other people that are like-minded, and they're like, oh, we're going around the world doing what we love. And I think it's chills up and down my arm. So that's confirmation. This is I'm kind of speechless, pile two. I think these are really beautiful cards. The Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Justice, the Three of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Either there's an opportunity that's coming in, you're going to make it, or you're going to decide to shift and kind of go after what you really feel within you. I think like with this visionary, I think a lot of people probably question some of the things that you do, but you know deep down what you're supposed to do. And there's like no question. And especially if you're trying to make the world a positive place, don't let other people talk you out of it, or think that you're crazy, or think that that's not possible, because it is. And if you think that's your purpose, and like I said, you're making the world better in some way, then you should go with that. Because when you're living your purpose, you're not going to fail. Like you get the Ten of Pentacles and the freaking Ten of Cups. So I do want to pull some advice. The Six of Cups. And the universe will bless you. I count, because this isn't really a love reading, and for some of you it could be. You could meet this person in living your purpose and doing what you want, but the Six of Cups is also a blessing from, the universe, or it's just a blessing. Yeah, it's a blessing coming in for living your purpose, for speaking your truth. When you live your purpose, you avoid tower moments. It's when you aren't living your purpose and things aren't right, the universe will throw you a tower moment because, it's not okay for you to be living like that. So let's get you some advice. Advice for pile two, Spirit. This is so beautiful. I'm like, you go and make the world better. It freaking needs it. We need it, please. If you have... whatever way, I do think a lot of you, I'm almost getting like some of you have ideas of how to, it's like clean drinking water, or how to kind of use less plastic and, stuff like that, or even just bringing awareness to people that aren't being treated right, or that aren't, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of equal rights, like human rights, equal rights, environmental awareness. And I feel like collectively there is a lot of people becoming more aware. It's like the energy is shifting for the better, and we need that. So do what you do, pile two. Do what you do. I support you. Show me some advice for pile two going forward. Show me some advice for pile two going forward. Queen of Cups. Nurturing, caring. She uses her intuition. Make sure that you put your self-love before you give anyone else love, of course. But the Queen of Cups is somebody who's nurtured. She has that motherly instinct. mean, she's also somebody that really cares about the environment and other people, you know, and she wants to make things better. She's extremely loving. She is sensitive. I mean, there's more Pisces energy there. Show me more, please. Some of you could be water signs or have a lot of water or earth in your chart. Show me more advice for pile 2, please. Wow, strength came out the last time. Strength, courage, compassionate, being compassionate. Be compassionate with yourself, too. Show me more advice for pile 2. What do they need to know going forward? What do they need? King of Swords. Use discernment. If somebody's telling you, I feel like this is especially if somebody is like, that's so far out, that's so hard to do. Cut them out. Cut them out. We don't need that. Discernment. It's also, this was kind of in the last pile too. One, being discerning, but 2, use your intuition. You have the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords here. They're very intuitive. They're very intelligent. The King of Swords is also, be very sharp about what you want and about your purpose and about what you're trying to do. We have the 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. There might be a little challenge. There might be a little bit of conflict. There might be, or like a lot of preparation. Oh, I see. So with the 5 of Wands and then the King of Swords, I do think that there is going to be a level of strategy backed behind this, obviously. That's where the stability comes. That's where kind of like the balance is. I think that just be very clear on your strategy and how you're going to get there. Show me just a couple more. What else does pile 2 need to know going forward? What else does pile 2 need to know going forward? Oh, a victory. 6 of Wands. Recognition. Victory. Yes. One of these 2. Wow. The King of Cups and the High Priestess. Some of you could be a partnership that you meet out of this if that's what you want or if that's what you're looking for. You could meet somebody that's very like-minded and you could go on this journey. You have the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, the High Priestess, and the 6 of Wands. I'm also getting, because I feel like a lot of you are emotionally sensitive or just sensitive to things. Try to keep your emotions in check. You can feel them, but try to either keep them to yourself, or kind of have like a sense of duality as well, you know, because I do think whatever you're doing, it's going to be really big and you're going to get recognized for it. A lot of people are going to look up to you, and I feel like it's something that is very different. And it's going to leave a very big impact on the world and somehow. And I know that's kind of big, but I have to be honest with this energy. You guys are meant to do something that really impacts the world in a positive way. And it might be very different than the people that you grew up with or what everyone thought you were going to do. You're just turning a whole different level. I also think that there's such a good balance between masculine and feminine here. You're so balanced. Like I said, fire and water. And then you have the High Priestess. It has the black and white, you know, pillars. And then you have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. I think there's such a balanced energy where you're taking action, you know, but to the point of where you're cool as a cucumber, you know, you're chilling, but at the same time, you're nurturing something, you're putting love into something, you're putting energy into something. You're listening to your gut on what you should do. And I think it's going to be very, very rewarding for you. So that's what you don't see coming. And I feel like if some of you are kind of questioning, the High Priestess is here. She came out in the last reading. I think you kind of already know, just trust your gut and try to keep that level-headedness and remember why you're doing what you're doing. Because it's not, I'm not going to lie, it's not going to come without a little bit of challenge. Maybe a lot of challenge, but remember why you're doing it and, you know, trust your gut. And I think that's all. We have the King of Wands too at the bottom of the deck. Take action. It's time. It's time. And I'm going to leave it there, pile number 2, and I'm going to move into pile number 3. The last pile. Wow. These 2 piles have been quite intense. So I am very, very interested to see what pile 3 has. Pile 3, we have your, if you pick the moonstone, this is your pile. And we have abundance. Nice. If you hear background noise, sorry, my housemate just came home from dinner. We have happiness. Beautiful. We have Aries with act, also beautiful. And we have 28, exploration. I love this, beautiful. We have the owl, and your crystal card is Numite, Shaman's Journey. Found in Greenland, Numite is one of the oldest crystals, over 1 billion years old. It can be used in a shaman's journey when doing a soul retrieval. A soul retrieval is a spiritual practice of reclaiming and healing a lost or fragmented soul due to a traumatic experience. The glistening sparkles of the Numite help restore one's natural light, and the color black grounds it back to the physical body. Your affirmation is, I release all trauma from the past by reclaiming my divine light. I am restored and I am whole. Beautiful. Okay. Wow. You have abundance, happiness, exploration, shaman's journey. The owl is somebody who is very wise. I also am feeling like a sense of sparkle, like you just either have like a new sparkle in your eye or looking at things differently. You're just in a happier place, in a more peaceful place. You have a lot of energy. So what, pile 3, I think what you don't see coming, some of you, it could be a spiritual journey or just exploration in a spiritual realm, or just on becoming more spiritual. And you're just going to feel like lighter in your life and see just kind of the more beauty in things. Exploration. I feel like this is kind of more like you're just kind of heightening your spirituality, or just kind of becoming wiser, just becoming more content with where you're at. I also think there's some of you that are taking action to achieve this beautiful happiness. This happiness, you know, I think you're kind of going on like a soul's journey. But let's dive in more. Exploration, happiness, abundance. Some of you are just going to be able to travel more and be able to like really soak in where you're at. So let's get into the tarot. Abundance, happiness, exploration. Owls also, some of you, this could be a connection also, because owls also represent communication and generosity, wisdom. Some of you are kind of up-leveling, either if you're in a connection, or you're about to dive in and explore the connection. And with Aries is a very passionate sign. And I think it might even be a very spiritual connection. And I think it's going to be very different than what you've had. It's going to be something that you're going to have really good communication. Oh. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this is going to be like the relationship pile. I'm not sure though, because I am getting a couple other things. So with the Five of Pentacles, I think a lot of you, relationship-wise, have been in this hardship, feeling left out, feeling even abandoned. And then you have Justice coming in. Justice is kind of like the balancing of the scales, the, you know, karma coming back around. I think that, I'm just going to say it, I do think this is, a lot of you have been in not great relationship, and I think what's coming in is going to be passionate and abundant, and it's going to be generous. It's going to be kind of like the Six of Pentacles isn't here yet, but it's like equal give and take. We have also the Two of Swords, which is like, you don't see this shit coming at all. You're like, nope, just chilling out by yourself, isolating yourself. Not seeing this gorgeous new beginning. And then we have the Fool, a new beginning. Some of you, it might be an Aries. Taking a leap of faith, or look at this Fool looking, and he's like, hey girl, want to take off your blindfold? I'm right in front of you. Want to take a leap of faith? I got a white rose and a little dog, and you can come with me on my journey. We have the Ace of Wands, is a passionate new beginning, a spark, an igniting of something. Okay, we got a lot of fire energy here, and I think it's after time more isolation, that you have went through a dark night of the soul. You've been by yourself for a very long time. You've become wiser, and now we have the Hierophant. It's time for a higher level of commitment for those of you that want it. If you're like, oh, that's not what I want, then maybe you should choose another pile, because this is the strongest energy, and I think I'm just going to go with it. It is going to, with the Aries, you have the Aries act, the Fool is here kind of right underneath of it. I think there is going to, it's going to require you to get out of this Two of Swords and Hermit energy. And the thing is, sometimes you needed, after going through something like the Five of Pentacles, you need this time to take to yourself, go within, do a little bit of introspection, you know, kind of get back in touch with yourself and really think about what you want. And I think that because the Hermit's somebody who spends a lot of time alone, he has done the healing work. He has spent time with himself. He has found his inner light again to guide him through whatever comes next. With the Ace of Wands, it's like this passionate new beginning, and there's tons of green leaves on here. And the universe is like, here, shoving the Fool in here. Here you go. Here is not only just a new beginning, but a passionate one. It's full of energy, it's full of light, and it's ready to go on the journey. Exploration. Aries, there's, you know, with the Fool and the Ram here and the Ace of Wands, that's a lot of fucking passion. Like physical passion, a lot of energy. We have the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Wow. And then the High Priestess again. The High Priestess came out in every pile, by the way. With the Three of Pentacles, this is building a new foundation. This is starting over. This, like, just starting something and building something solid. It's also a level, something solid that's going to, I'm just getting a heightened sense of respect. The High Priestess, of course, keeps to herself. Use your intuition, though, and I think this, the underlying, you have the High Priestess and the Hierophant and the Hermit. Whoa. Whoa. And the Justice. That's a lot of major arcana, and they're all highly spiritual. So you went through a major transformation, and I think this is your blessing that you don't see coming. There's no more Five of Pentacles. You're going to be in something that's generous and something that is not the Seven of Swords. You're going to be in the Four of Swords where it is stable, protected. You're going to feel safe in this connection. The Death card is also here, which is transformation. And look, there's another white rose. So white roses might be significant if you're not going through this yet. We have one on the Fool. White roses could be significant as like a sign. Some of you, we do have, yeah, we have 22, which breaks down to 11, which is 11. So whatever's, I do feel like this is a connection. And I feel like it's after a lot of you got out of something that was probably pretty toxic. Or you're just, either that or you've worked through abandonment issues, whether they were from, I mean, it didn't have to be a certain relationship. It could have just been your family. And if it isn't a relationship, you're coming into a more, going through a transformation. You either have been or you're about to, and it's just going to kick off this kind of deep spiritual transformation, where you're going to build something just kind of solidly within yourself, and you're going to create your own abundance around you and happiness. I do think a lot of you, I mean, I have to be honest, I do think this is, you know, a connection. It's about a connection, and it's going to kind of be everything you've ever wanted and looked for. And I know it sounds like cliche and kind of like out there, but I feel like, and maybe you might even not believe it, and you're like, no, I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna stay here. Nobody talk to me. I don't want to, it's, you know, if you're not ready to move on, you're not, but this is what you don't see coming, because this might be something you have to act on. The Fool is taking a leap of faith. Use your intuition. Take what you have known from past experiences, but some of you are going to need to take the leap of faith, and you're just going to have to trust your gut and trust yourself. Obviously, if you're like, too many red flags, listen to that. That's not your person then. And if you've been in something that was not, that had, you know, a lot of Seven of Swords where there's lying, cheating, stealing, and you're like, you're left in kind of a sense of hardship, obviously there's going to be triggering moments, but if you've done the kind of dark night of the soul, that the Hermit, that inner work, and you've gotten to the Hierophant, which is, you know, Hierophant is highly spiritual, so is the High Priestess. You need to feel comfortable within yourself first and know that you trust yourself to make the right decision whether this is for you or not. And I think that the Justice is here because you deserve something like this, and you have done the healing work. And if you haven't done it yet and you're kind of still going through it, this is what you don't see coming, is something that is solid and beautiful. I mean, you have passion, and, you know, like the Hierophant, the High Priestess, and the Hermit, and the Justice are all pretty emotionally intelligent people. They're all mature. And I think this is going to almost kind of catch you off guard, but it is going to ask you to take a leap of faith and trust this, because this is a gift from the universe. You have the Six of Pentacles. It's going to be equal give and take. So let's get pile number 3, some advice. And you're going to be a little bit guarded. It's okay. You know why? Because after you go through something like this, you're you're like, I'm not gonna let that shit happen again. And you put boundaries in place. And then you wind up speaking your truth. And you don't give a shit if that person doesn't like it. It is what it is, right? This is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. If you're not, like, maybe we shouldn't hang out or spend time together. Little level of discernment. It's just keeping it real, you know? And that's what happens when you go through this. Start being like, oh, okay. Just have to put boundaries up, or maybe we should have said something. So what advice do you have for pile 3? Spirit, what do you have for pile 3? What advice do you have for pile 3? Balance. Remain balanced. Just go with the ebbs and flows. Wow, this came up in the last one. The 6 of Wands, victory. I do feel like a lot of you, I'm getting drawn to the ship in the background. It's coming in. But just try to remain balanced. Because like I said, especially when I was saying about the triggering, things are going to trigger you. Just try to, you know, and some of you could, I don't think it's juggling. I think it's your ships are coming in. And when something like this comes in, you almost might be a little bit not wanting to fully jump in, and you know, you have to do what you have to do. But I feel like it's asking you to put yourself outside your comfort zone, because this is something very beautiful. And ships come in. Are you gonna get on it? It is something that is victorious, you know. What else for pile 3? Did I say pile 2? I meant pile 3. Clarify. Show me a little bit more advice. What do they pile 3 need to know going forward with this beautiful connection? The Chariot came out in the last one too. The Chariot, moving forward. Moving forward. Having that sense of duality. There's the white and black again, right? Being balanced. Going with the ebb and flow, and just kind of going with it. Listening to your intuition. Thinking about, you know, just like also speaking your truth, but you're moving past obstacles, a lot of obstacles. You're moving forward onto, from whatever this was. You're not going to be left out anymore. Show me one more card. What does pile 3, should they be aware of going forward? Show me. 9 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Abundance. Also freedom. Some of you, this could be like a financial hardship as well. That you kind of, I feel like some of you was both. You kind of lost, you're just rebuilding yourself. You lost, and like the 9 of Pentacles feels, in order to move forward with the Chariot, you need to be comfortable with yourself. You need to be sure of yourself. You need to be abundant in yourself. Again, this is a blessing for doing all the work. Actually, I want to do one more. Show me one more, please. One more for pile 3 in closing. Heartbreak. Yep. This is your past. It's not your future. Although I'm also getting karmic lessons, and that's why Justice is here, because you're done with the karmic lessons, at least in, I want to say, relationship, or just feeling in lack of some sort in your life. You've learned the lesson. You're moving on now. You're building something that's more solid and stable from the lessons that you've learned. And then there's the 8 of Pentacles. So some of you could be in this state right now, like kind of working, mastering, kind of going through this dark night of the soul. But we have the six of Swords after that. This is moving on to calmer waters. This is you're transitioning to a better place. And then we have the Lovers. And more passion with the Devil. Also, with the Devil here, because you have the Devil, the Moon, oh wow, and the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords. What? Jeez. With the Devil and the Lovers, this is also more passion. Lots of passion. But then there's the Moon here, and I feel like that is just, I feel like they're asking to kind of go, like with the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords here, it's kind of just going with the flow of destiny, of your fate, because this is, like I said, another victory, Ace of Swords, and there are probably things like when this comes into your life, or there's going to be a lot of fear and anxiety, or maybe you've been in a place where you haven't known what's happening or where you're going, and there's anxiety because of what you've been through. I mean, obviously not a very fun time, but you're moving past that, and you know to trust your intuition better, and you have learned the lessons, and it could be a little bit scary because there's a lot of things that you don't know. But with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords, this is your time to be happy. Okay, pile 3, so fucking be happy. You deserve it. Some of you, like I said, what you don't see coming. Some of you, this could be in the future that you're just going to be starting down this road. Others of you have been on this road. I feel like a lot of you are at different points. Others of you have been through this, and I feel like you've kind of done the work, and some of you might be ready to get back out there, and others of you, this is just gonna kind of land in your lap, and do not be 2 of Swords. Because I do feel like this is kind of with the Moon and the Wheel of Fortune too, it could be just like something of the universe just kind of plants in your lap. And sometimes you're not always fully healed. I feel like we never like fully heal, we just kind of learn. There's a sense, for the most part, I'm not saying that we can't heal. I'm just saying like these kind of moments make us who we are, right? You know, like think about children. They're so go forward with anything because they don't have any experiences with consequences that made them think otherwise. So I feel like this also could be something that is very healing, and it's going to be very different, and you're going to be so happy. So leave me a comment below. Pile 3, I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope this resonated with someone. If you're in this state and you're kind of going through it, do the shadow work, do the work that you have to do, because when you do and you have a better, stronger sense of self and have healed a little bit of abandoned wounds or just a loss, you're going to attract in something so different and so beautiful. And I think you're almost going to think that it's too good to be true, but it's not. It's what you deserve. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune here. And the Justice is here. It's part of your fate. It's part of your destiny. It's kind of like a little gift from the universe. Okay? Thank you so much. I love you guys. Please check me out on TikTok. Let me know how this resonated and below in the comments. And until next time, bye.